Okay, so for the day one dough, we need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of fast-rising yeast, a teaspoon of olive oil, a gallon-sized bag, a half teaspoon of salt, 2/3 cup warm water from your sink, and then 2 tablespoons of flour for the cutting board, okay? So what equipment do I need in order to get that food? What equipment do I need? So I need the 1 cup dry, okay? I need measuring spoons, okay? I need the liquid, the small liquid, okay? I need 3 custard cups. And again, guys, you're writing all of this down on number 1, okay? So 3 custard cups. And then the last thing that you need, you guys, is your mixer's bowl. Not a mixing bowl, but your mixer's bowl. Okay? So, again, written down on number 1, you should have dry measuring cup, measuring spoons, small liquid cup. You're writing this down, guys, because if I come around and stamp it and you don't have it written down, you're not cooking. 3 custard cups and the mixer's bowl. Okay, assistant cook is going to bring that up to the table. They're going to start with the flour. Can I scoop the flour?
No.
No. I need to spoon it. So you're going to spoon. Jared and Gabby are going to stop talking. Okay, you're going to, remember, you don't, guys, eyes up here, you don't pat it down. You just spoon it till it's overflowing and then level it off. And then it goes in the mixer's bowl. Write that down. Okay? Mixer's bowl goes the flour. 2 cups. Now there are different types of flour, you guys. This is all-purpose flour, which means you can use it for anything. Okay? There are cake flours. There's bread flours. Okay, we're going to use all-purpose. Then I need the fast-rising yeast. Okay? Shh. The yeast is going to be in this container. Okay? So it says yeast on it.
Why did you put paper around it?
Oh, because it was something else. And we need 1 teaspoon. Make sure you're doing a teaspoon. And this goes in a custard cup. Write that down. Okay? Next to yeast, write down custard cup. Okay. Then I need a teaspoon of olive oil. That is going to go into a 2nd custard cup. Olive oil, 1 teaspoon. Okay. Then we need a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. Okay. And we need 1/2 of salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Now somebody asked me earlier, where do you get kosher salt? Kosher salt, you guys, is where regular salt is. And you don't have to use it. You can just use regular salt if you have it. The salt, write this down, is going to go in with the olive oil. Okay, the salt goes in with the olive oil. Okay, then the 2/3 cup of warm water I'm going to get from my kitchen. The last thing I need is 2 tablespoons of flour. And remember, you can scoop or spoon the flour when it is a measuring spoon. Okay, and this is going to be for my cutting board. All right, you're going to bring all of that back to your kitchen, and the cook is going to take over. Okay, so for direction 1, Direction 1. Empty the yeast into a 2/3 cup of warm water. Stir until dissolved and then set aside. Okay, the water, you guys, cannot be as hot as what you would wash your hands in, okay? But it can't be too cold. All right, yeast is a live, active ingredient, meaning it can be killed, okay? And it can not be activated. All right, so if the water is not the right temperature, you are either going to kill it or you're going to not activate it. So if you have a question about how hot the water should be, you want to bring me over, okay, and I will check it. And it needs to be 2/3 exactly. If you are over, you need to dump it out, because if you are over, your dough will be too sticky. If you are under, your dough will be too dry. Then you're going to take the yeast and you're going to dump it into the liquid measuring cup. You're going to take a fork or a spoon from your drawer and you're going to stir it till it is dissolved. Now, if it clumps up, just take the back of the spoon or the fork and lightly press it against the side of the cup. Okay, and you're going to stir this until it is totally dissolved, and then you're going to set it aside. Okay. All right, that's all dissolved. I'm going to just set it aside until I'm ready for it. Okay, we're on step 2. In the large mixer's bowl, you're going to mix the flour, the salt, and the olive oil. And remember, the salt and the olive oil are together. You're going to get out your rubber scraper, okay? And you want to scrape all of the oil and the salt in. Okay, we need all of it, so you got to scrape the cup. Okay, so there's. All right, then what we're going to do is pour the yeast mixture into the bowl, and we're going to mix it for 30 seconds on low, or stir. So stir it one more time and dump it in. Okay, now we're going to talk about the mixer. Come on over here, Jamie. The mixer. Okay, you used this mixer in 7th grade for what?
Biscuit.
Parfait. Parfait. Okay?
We never made it up. We never made it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Nasty.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so on the stand mixer, this whole piece is called the arm. Okay, right here is where the arm locks and unlocks. When it is going, you need to have it in the locked position so this doesn't move. Okay, to put the attachments on, you want to put it in the unlocked so you can lift it up. And then the post, let me, come on. I'm trying to get, hold on, James. Trying to get it so you guys can see this post. Okay, right here. This is the post that the attachment goes onto, and this little peg right here is what we need to match up on the attachment. Okay, you have 2 attachments that we're going to use. You have a paddle and you have a hook. We're going to start with the paddle. We're going to move on to the hook. You line up, and I'll show you guys too. You line up this cutout with the cutout on, or the stick on the post. So again, you line up this with the post, and it goes up. Then you twist it, pull it down, and make sure it's locked in. Okay? The bowl is going to lock into the base right here on those little, like, it's like a lip. You put it flat, get it totally flat, then you twist it lightly. You guys don't do it too tight. Make sure it's locked in. You're going to drop down the arm. You're going to lock it in place, and then you're going to do just 2 stir, okay, which is the first one, and it's got to be 30 seconds. So you can either time it, or you can, on your phone, you can time it on the clock, or you can count. I'm going to time it on the clock. Oh, you got to plug it in. That helps. Plug it in.
I can time it.
Okay. So I'm going to time it for 30 seconds. I'm just watching them.
37.
Okay. Now you see the arm moves, right? See how it bumps? That's why you have to have it locked down, because if you don't have it locked down, when it bumps like that, it's going to cause it to flip up. Done. Okay. Then what you're going to do, you're going to unlock it. Okay, unlock it. Lift up the arm. Take all of the dough off of the paddle, because you want to have all your dough for your pizza. Okay, and then you're going to put the hook on. And your recipe says you're going to knead it, which is what the hook does. Okay, until the sides of the bowl become clean. It's about 30 seconds again. So match up the cutout with the post. Lock the arm in place. Put it on stir. And do again for about 30 seconds. Okay, you will see that the arm is bumping up and down. All right, it's done. So it's less than 30 seconds for me. The sides of the bowl are clean and it is clinging to the hook. Okay, so you're gonna lift up. There you go. Now what we're gonna do is knead it. Okay? So, if you don't have a stand mixer at home, okay, if you don't have one of these at home, you would do all of this by hand. So you would stir, okay, the dough until it forms sort of into a ball, and then you would knead it, okay, like you did the biscuits, if you remember that, Ashley. It won't work. It can burn out the motor on the hand mixer, okay? All right, so you're going to take the flour that you have, take a little bit, put it on the board, put it on your hands. You're going to turn the dough out, and you're going to knead it. Now remember, kneading it does not mean squeezing it. It means using the palm of your hand to push forward. You fold it over, you push. You need to do that only 5 times, you guys. If you over knead it, okay, the gluten becomes too strong and then it won't roll out, okay? So we gotta make sure that we don't over knead it. Then on your bag, you are going to write right here with a pen, you guys, you don't need a marker. You're gonna write kitchen, so K, and whatever kitchen you're in, period 5, okay? You're gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour in the bag, seal it up. Now why am I doing this? So it doesn't stick. No, we're not putting it in the freezer. We're putting it in the fridge. But just like with biscuits, guys, you gotta get all of the air out. And you're gonna seal it. And then you guys are gonna put it in the fridge on the middle shelf. Okay? 5th period's middle shelf. Okay, what questions can I answer? Okay.